Moonlit Reckoning, Chapter 1. Descent. Portland, Oregon was awash in neon and rain. As the sky spat down a misty drizzle, a quiet thrum disturbed the alley behind a shuttered Thai restaurant off Burnside. No one noticed the shifting of shadows or the brief flicker of a translucent energy dome as a craft shimmered into existence, shaped like a manta ray and matte black. The hatch slid open. Out stepped Lunirra. 6'5", lithe and sleek, she moved with feline grace. Her soft gray skin glistened in the rain. Her eyes, bioluminescent blue, scanned the alley with surgical precision. Clad in a body-hugging suit lined with thin armor plating and glowing sigils, she adjusted the wrist unit on her arm and accessed the tracker. The signal was weak, a child, a target, her mistake. Chapter 2. Earthly Ignorance. The men came like shadows, 4 of them. Faces coarse, breath fouled by cheap alcohol and desperation. One blocked the alley exit. Another flicked open a switchblade. "Well, well," one crooned. "What are you, Silver Lady? Some kind of performance art?" Lunirra didn't answer. She stepped sideways, her posture relaxed, almost bored. A second later, she exploded into motion. She delivered a palm strike to one man's throat, another to the ribs of the one with the blade, who dropped with a gurgle. The third tried to grab her, but she twisted and used his momentum to drive him face first into the dumpster. The fourth, smart enough to run, didn't get far before a sonic disc from her hip immobilized him in a humming blue sphere. A voice barked behind her. "Portland police, drop whatever that is!" Lunirra turned slowly, scanning the newcomer, young, Asian, late 20s, and standing with his sidearm raised. Officer Ethan Choi. Her eyes flicked to the bulky radio on his belt. In a smooth flick, she launched a dart from her wrist. The radio sparked and fizzled. "What the hell?" Ethan reached for his cuffs, stepped forward. And she was already there. She twisted his arm, disarmed him with fluid precision, and had him cuffed in seconds, hands behind his back, on his knees against the wall. "You humans escalate very quickly," she murmured, tone clipped but oddly curious. Ethan blinked. "What are you?" "Not your concern." "Really? Because you just ninja'd 4 guys, murdered my radio, and turned me into a PSA for officer safety. I neutralized threats. You attempted detainment. I responded proportionally." He squinted up at her, the rain streaking his hair. "You got a name, Space Ninja?" "Lunirra." "No offense, Lunirra, but we kind of prefer people asking questions before handcuffing cops." "You interfered." "You landed a spaceship in downtown Portland." She paused. It was quiet. Ethan snorted despite himself. "I have questions, starting with, why are you here?" "I am tracking a fugitive, female, human, young, dangerous." You're saying a kid got away from you?" Lunirra hesitated. "She escaped containment during a hyperspace realignment. She possesses something valuable." "Define valuable." Lunirra glanced around the alley. "Information not yet relevant." Okay. What if I say I help you? No departments, no red tape. You let me go, and we find your space kid together." She studied him. "You would betray your planetary security force?" "Ma'am, the paperwork alone from tonight could kill me. Besides, you got me curious." After a beat, she released the cuffs. "I will allow your assistance." Ethan rubbed his wrists. "You'll allow it. Generous." Chapter 3. The Tracker's Trick. Lunirra's wrist panel projected a small glowing hologram. A moving dot blinked erratically. "She's mobile," she said, "but the pattern is inconsistent." They tracked the signal through side streets and parks until they found a stray dog digging in someone's garbage, a small metallic device on its collar. Lunirra's face went still. "Clever." Ethan squatted by the dog. "She ditched the tracker. Smart kid." "She learned too much from me." Ethan raised an eyebrow. "Was she your apprentice or something?" Silence. "Okay," he said. "No biggie." "New plan?" "I will triangulate her trail manually. She cannot fully mask her heat signature without advanced tech, which she lacks. However..." "What?" "I am not the only one hunting her." A deep rumble echoed above them. "Of course not," Ethan muttered. "This just became a party. Chapter 4. Droxan descends. Droxan dropped into the city like thunder incarnate. 7 feet tall, sinewed muscle over deep blue skin, with ivory braids and armor that resembled jagged bone. His shield gleamed like obsidian. His mace crackled with electric pulses. He found Lunirra first. Their clash on the rooftop above Powell's books was elemental. Grace versus brute force. Ethan scrambled up a fire escape just in time to see Lunirra knocked into a steel vent, her body folding awkwardly before she sprang back. They exchanged rapid blows, her energy blades singing, his mace swinging arcs of blue fire. Then Droxan roared and drove her through the rooftop skylight. She landed hard. He dropped in after her, mace raised for a killing blow. "Hey, asshole!" Droxan turned just in time to see a cement truck careen through the bookstore's front wall and slam into him. Ethan leapt out of the cab, panting. License and registration, Space Viking. Chapter 5. An Uneasy Truth. Lunirra stood, battered but intact. Droxan groaned under the truck's front bumper, wedged against a brick wall. She stalked up to him and pressed a boot to his chest. "Why are you here?" He spat blood. "The girl. She stole from me. A relic. I will take it back." "What relic?" "A vault key, ancient. Unlocks a gate buried in the Oort Belt." "Why did you have it?" He grinned, teeth stained purple. "Because I kill for those who cannot." She slammed her knee into his face and he slumped unconscious. Ethan winced. "You got a space jail or something?" "My ship has containment." They dragged Droxan back to the alley. Her ship opened silently, revealing an interior glowing with ethereal light. Ethan's eyes widened. "This is some Star Trek level. I don't know what that is." "Figures." She secured Droxan in a containment sphere. Ethan watched silently. "You're good at this," he finally said. Lunirra tilted her head. "You are unexpectedly useful." "I get that a lot. So we keep searching?" "We do." As the ship's ramp closed behind them, the city fell quiet again, unaware of the cosmic drama unfolding in its shadows. Chapter 6. False Leads, True Bonds. The child's trail had gone cold. Portland's rain returned, misting the windows of diners and dripping from the noses of gargoyles perched above aging brick facades. Lunirra and Ethan tracked thermal echoes and residual energy trails, but nothing stable. "I thought you said she couldn't hide her heat signature," Ethan said, sipping a gas station coffee while they crouched beneath an overpass. "She adapted," Lunirra admitted. Her tone had softened slightly since their rooftop battle. "You train her?" A pause. "In part. You know, for an emotionless alien bounty hunter, you're not great at hiding guilt." Lunirra looked at him, sharply at first, but then, she was not meant to learn the way she did. She observed. She mimicked. "I underestimated her curiosity." Ethan tilted his head. "So, you taught her too well." "She learned more than I intended. She stole the vault key, took a service shuttle from my craft, crashed near this city. I have been tracking her for 13 Earth days. And if Droxan gets her first, she will die." The gravity of that answer silenced Ethan. They resumed the search. Chapter 7. The Skyburns. Droxan escaped. The warning came as a burst of red across Lunirra's wrist console. Containment breach. She cursed in her native tongue, which sounded like a fusion of crackling ice and chiming glass. "Can't you remote lock the ship?" Ethan asked as they sprinted down the alley. He disabled the neural core. "He knows my systems." "Of course he does. Space barbarian and hacker." A burst of thunder shook the night. Above them, Droxan's dark blue ship shot upward from the alley, trailing sparks. It turned toward the sky, and so did Lunirra's. "He's going after her," she said. Ethan grabbed the edge of her armor. "Then so are we." Moments later, Lunirra's ship soared into the stars, her hands moving over alien controls with impossible speed. Ethan sat beside her in the co-pilot's chair, mouth agape as the Earth fell away. "Please tell me there's seatbelts," he muttered, gripping the chair. "No time." "Awesome." Chapter 8. The Dark Side. They intercepted Droxan near the dark side of the moon. Lunirra's ship skimmed over its craggy surface like a dragonfly. Droxan's ship emerged from behind a crater and opened fire. Blue plasma arced across space. Lunirra dove, spiraling between impact zones with precision. Ethan was screaming. Lunirra was silent, eyes burning with focus. "He's faster," Ethan shouted, "but not smarter." She feinted left, boosted engines in reverse, and flipped the ship into a vertical spin. Droxan passed overhead, and she fired a graviton torpedo directly into his undercarriage. It connected. Droxan's ship reeled, damaged but not destroyed. He launched his own escape pod straight into Lunirra's path. "Brace," she barked. The ships collided. Chapter 9. The Void Between. The two bounty hunters exploded into the low-gravity battlefield of the moon's shadow. Maces, blades, and energy shields clashed in silent fury. Lunirra's blade flickered as it skimmed across Droxan's chest. He roared, swinging wide, sending her tumbling. Ethan, inside the cockpit, screamed into the comms, "Lunirra!" She rolled back to her feet, eyes blazing. Blood trickled from her lip. Her arm trembled from an earlier strike. But then, she smiled. "You always underestimate my endurance," she whispered. With a final surge, she jammed her blade through his midsection. His body spasmed. She pressed her forehead to his for a brief moment, ritualistic, almost tender. Then she activated her remote. His ship detonated. Chapter 10. Orbit Fall. Back aboard her ship, Ethan helped Lunirra into the co-pilot seat, eyes still wide. "So, you won." "Yes. Are you okay?" "No." "What hurts?" "Everything." They descended toward Earth. The child's signal had returned. Faint, but close. "She's broadcasting," Lunirra said. "Why now?" "She wants me to find her." They touched down near a worn-down warehouse by the river. Inside, the girl stood by a broken water heater, holding a small crystalline shard the size of an egg. It shimmered with impossible light. "Hello, Mother," she said. Chapter 11. Bloodlines. Ethan blinked. "Wait, Mother?" Lunirra stepped forward slowly, lowering her weapon. "I didn't tell you," she said, barely above a whisper. "No, you didn't." The girl stepped closer. "He would have killed me for this." Ethan looked at the shard. "That's the vault key." Lunirra nodded. "Encoded with maps to forgotten gates. Droxan's clients want control of them. But this one," she glanced at the girl, "knows its true function." The girl smiled. "It's not a key, it's a warning." Ethan raised a brow. "A warning about what?" The child's voice was calm. "Something's waking up beyond the belt." They stood in silence, processing that. Then the child tossed the shard to Lunirra. "I'm done running. I only ran because I didn't trust you to protect it." "You were right to run," Lunirra said softly. "But now we must go." Ethan stepped between them. "Whoa, hold on. That thing might be important. The world's got a right to know." Lunirra looked at him. "I'm not here to save your world," she said. "I'm here to save mine." She takes a long exhale. "But if it so happens to preserve your Earth, so be it." Ethan looked down, then at the child. "What's your name, kid?" She paused. "Nyrra." He sighed. "Yeah, that tracks." Chapter 12. Farewells and Echoes. As dawn crept over Portland, Lunirra's ship lifted off again, now with both mother and daughter inside. Ethan stood at the same alley, watching the ship disappear into the sky. His radio crackled behind him, static and confused dispatchers calling for his location. He turned it off. Lunirra's voice echoed in his head from just before she left. "I owe you. If your planet falls into darkness, I will come." Ethan smiled, shaking his head. "Just another night in Portland, I guess."